Welcome to Happy Hour Holidaze with your host, Manny Fresh. We got our co-host, Sean Fabrizi, and then we got Jeanette over here, just in the corner ring side, getting wild. And then our boy, we got the man, the guy, the hustler.
That's right.
CJ, also known as Clint Smith.
Amen, amen.
How we doing?
I'm doing good, man. Like I was saying earlier, I want to appreciate you guys allowing me to come in here. This is really good. I like what you guys have here. It looks amazing, and I've been following you guys' story and what you guys have been doing for a long time. We've been friends for a long time, and just start off by saying, super proud of you guys for everything you guys have done.
Thank you.
I've watched it, and I mean it 100%. Everything you guys have done, you've done it professionally, and it's been successful. So, to be around you guys today and for you guys to invite me on here, it means a lot to me. So thank you very much.
Man, I appreciate it, CJ. Honestly, I know when I was going through a rough time, and this one I was young man trying to get in the right direction, man, you helped me out so much. I was, pretty much broke. And you were letting me do some work with you.
Yeah.
And I was, and all that work honestly helped me out to even just make it from one day to another. And I know I did one pressure washing job, the only one CJ let me do. And I fucking blew out the window. Ooh. He's like, Manny, what did you do? I was like, I thought I was washing the windows. He's like, bro, you're not supposed to use the fucking high pressure on the window, man. And I was just like, oh, fuck.
Well, it got changed out and it was clean when you were done, right? You get a new window, it's clean. So you did the job, right?
Yeah, no, it was a single pane, so luckily it wasn't too bad.
Placement on the glass. Right?
Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't know, dog. That shit was like that.
I've heard that one before.
But yeah, man, I can't thank you enough for that time because, man, I was going through a really rough patch, just trying to find my path here in the universe, and that shit came out and really helped me out. But I mean, you came up, man. You worked your ass off. Right. You got a successful, overall, you're doing all kinds of construction now, right?
All kinds.
But you started off with the roof.
I actually started off with the people don't know this, with the general contracting stuff, but I was kind of just doing my own flips with that, and so because of that, I wasn't marketing or anything. And then when the roofing came about, I was doing marketing with that, so a lot of people know me from the roofing, and which is fine with me because roofing makes good money.
Oh hell yeah, dude. Especially here in Florida, man. You get like the hailstorms and all that shit, and then if the insurance covers it, even better.
Yeah, shout out Roof Doc.
Shout out Roof Doc. That's right,
dude. And I was
called the Doc. Said that a million times.
Dude, I was just riding over with Christian, and he told me about a story when him and Ramsey went to this mansion that had the orange mold, and you guys had to go spend like, I think it was like $80 a mass just to walk through this house to see if it was a good deal, bro.
Wait, explain that. What is orange mold?
I don't know, but
I don't know. I'm not a mold expert, so I'm not going to go into that. But I'll say that we were scared as shit, so much so that we went to Home Depot and bought these big old crazy masks, and we all looked funny as hell walking through there.
Is it worse than black mold, or you wouldn't?
I wouldn't know, but when we go to negotiate, we'll definitely say it is.
100%, bro.
100%.
So Gulf Shore Enterprises, man. So that's your main GC construction, plumbing type thing. When did that start up?
Well, that was about 10 years ago, maybe about 12 years ago. And we were just doing so much work, so much flips. That was back when, you could get a house for $30,000, right?
That's crazy,
and, we were doing so many of those that the contractors, for one, they couldn't keep up. And then for two, we're younger guys, Christian, Ramsey, and myself. I'm glad you brought them up because that's who I started with. And, it was just, we're young, and all the guys that worked for us, they were a lot older than us. And because of that, they kind of try to take advantage of us and things like that. And it just became to a point to where Ramsey actually, and I always thank him for it, maybe at least a couple times a year, and he was like, "Oh, stop!" But you know how he's super humble. Love that guy to death. One of my best friends in life. But he actually said, "CJ, listen, you're one of the smartest guys I know. I'm going to pay for you to get all your books and go to school." And I was like, "What?"
Oh, wow.
And this was going back years ago. I'm doing okay now, but then I was dead ass broke. And I was like, bro. And I mean, none of us were rich then, And he says, "Bro, I have all faith in you." So at that point, I couldn't fail. You know what I mean? And he actually came with me and And he didn't take the test with. He can't come in there, but he went to the hotel with me, and we went the next morning. And you know, he's like one of the best guys I know, and he's actually the reason that I got that license in the first place. And so that way we could, you know, kind of fight back towards the people that were trying to belittle us or kind of like sun us, if you will, you know. And it worked out for us. You know, we became you know, fairly successful in everything that we're doing, and as far as construction and remodeling goes, and you know, I credit pretty much all of it to what he did for me then, you know. So
that's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Because Ramsey actually helped us out too. He was, well, one of the first properties we ever photographed for money was for Ramsey.
I remember that.
Yeah, it was a duplex. I think it was off of 56th Street in Bush or something like that.
Yeah.
And I went in there. I took photos. He cut me a check for $200. I was like, for 20 minutes?
The aha moment, right?
I was like, oh, shit, I could actually, you know, make more money doing this.
For sure.
I mean, but then he's that stepping stone, because I remember riding around when I didn't have any homes to shoot, and he said, you know what you need, Sean? You need a bunch of people out there just taking photos for you
100%.
while you just sit back and markets, do sales, things of that nature to grow the business so you make more money.
He's a
and
genius.
then, boom, sure enough, where are we at? We're there.
Yeah, you guys are literally
guy,
the beast.
That
in
guy's
this
got
market.
ideas for days, man.
One of the most, I wouldn't say one of the, because that would be, you know, that wouldn't be correct. He's literally the most brilliant person that I have ever had the opportunity to meet and call a friend, you know. And if I need anything, I could literally call Ramsey right now, and I talk to him every single day. I could call him right now and say, hey, man, I need $100,000, and I'll go to explain for why. He'll be like, stop. I'm sending it now. He doesn't care, you know. He's just that guy, you know. And it's not just because of the fact that he's you know, very wealthy and for all good reasons, but he's just that good person. He has a good heart, and he can see the good in people. And he doesn't do that for everybody, but if he trusts what you're doing and he knows your character and your heart and you know, those type of things, then he'll go ahead and go the extra mile for you for sure.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
man. He is
that's so sweet.
and he
Ramsey's
definitely has
amazing.
other people that he can rely on as well for bankrolling any kind of projects
Oh, bro.
too. I remember driving over to.
That guy's like a walking hedge fund.
It's crazy. It's crazy. I remember when I was with him, he was like, yo, I just got to make a stop real quick. So
Yeah.
we stop at a certain building in downtown Tampa. He comes back down, little Ramsey's in the back, and he was like, yo, Sean,
And the
hold,
Civic? Was
hold
he the
on.
Civic then?
It was
You
the
know?
Civic, yeah.
The multi-millionaire in a
The
fucking
Civic,
$4,000 Civic.
He's
you
like,
know,
hold this for me real quick, right?
Yeah.
And then he hands me two $75,000 checks. He's
Yeah.
like, I got to go to the bank and deposit this real
Nothing
quick.
for
I'm
him.
like, holy shit,
Nothing
bro. And this
for
is
him.
before Fabre frameworks. I'm just mind blown how
Yeah,
he could just
yeah.
grab two checks for $75K and just deposit it into the bank.
And he won't buy a single thing for himself. You look at him, and the way he carries himself, super humble, and just you know, you would think that, you know, that he's broke almost. You know, he won't buy shit. He eats potatoes every day. You know, and you know, but the guy
He's gone vegan now.
Yeah. He's, meat's too much. I got salad only. You know, he's fucking growing this shit on his balcony. He sells high-rise condos.
And you know,
or something.
CJ, right now that we're talking about him, if he ever hears this, he's like, "What the fuck, man?
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
to stay under the radar. Don't be talking about me, man."
Yeah. Low key, I'm in the back cave. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's him, man. But he does deserve all the respect and all the praise in the world, because he's literally, like I said, since I was about 7 years old, one of my best friends forever. And I say one because, you know, Diego's like my other best friend.
Yeah,
But you know, it's as far as like, I don't even call him a friend. He's like a brother to me. And you know, although he's only a month older, and we always joke about that.
You guys are
because-
only a month apart.
you and
yeah.
Diego?
No, me. No, hell no. Diego's
I was
young as
gonna
shit.
say.
Yeah, I know Ramsey. You know,
Yeah,
he's only a
yeah,
month older, but because of that, every year, and it just happened yesterday. I'm like, oh yeah, you're about to turn 39, bitch. He's like, yeah, you're a month behind me, motherfucker. You know, and but yeah, he's amazing, dude, man. I'm just really glad that I was connected with him as a young child, and just he's always been that person growing up. Yeah.
So
for
he
sure.
may have segued you into the GC world, but
Yeah.
you did have to take that path yourself. You did have to accomplish the kinds of things you have to accomplish to be a successful
100%.
GC. So, I mean,
100%.
what do you attribute your success to in terms of your own self-devotion to what you wanted to do?
Well, I'll say this is that we'll start by this. I don't do any advertising, very, very little advertising. But what I've grown to realize in the business is that it's not really about, I mean, it is about who knows you and things like that, and that's very important. But that gets you one job, right?
Yeah.
If you're going into business and you have the right mindset that let's just be a good person, let's be 100% honest, and Ramsey will tell you, and anybody else will, there's been times when I was learning and I didn't know shit. You know, you have to lose money sometimes just to do the right thing, and that builds character. And I think that building those relationships is much more important than the marketing and the advertising part of it. You know, and I think that to answer your question is just the fact that I refuse to lie to somebody for money. I never put money over anything, right? I always tell my guys that work for me, people over profits all the time. And that I think in itself is what really helped propel me and to be blessed the way that I am right now to this day, is just always continuing to do the right thing, no matter what, no matter who's looking, no matter if there's been times where I'm like, damn, I can really get this old lady. You know what I mean? and I wanted to because I was dead ass broke. You know, I got kids and shit, you know. And, you know, but at the end of the day, over the long term, it means a lot to people, right? Because there's snakes out there everywhere. And people are not stupid, right? People are real, you know, sensitive to seeing somebody who is out to get them, right? Because this is the world that we live in, right? Everyone's scheming or scamming or trying to get you.
Yeah, they got intuition.
100%, right? And if you are a good person and you just have that good heart, that good soul, and you just continue to try to help, and you put that first, like I said, people over profits, you put the people first, the money will come. If you chase the money, it's going to run, right?
So you believe in karma, essentially.
100% karma, and just doing the right thing.
Business is exactly the way you have to go.
100%, man. And that's been my ticket to success and my ticket to being where I am right now. And I'm not saying that as if I'm like some multi-billionaire or anything like that, but I'm definitely not hurting for anything or wanting anything that I can't have. And it's all because of just doing the right thing always. It always comes back 100%.
I feel that.
Now, CJ, you have a good presence on social media. Do you get a lot of work from there too?
Yeah, actually.
Because I feel like, you got some fun stuff, some funny stuff, and then you show a lot of your work too. So, I mean, I feel like, a lot of people hit up your posts. So I feel like
a lot.
Yeah, and I almost think that that's like one of the best type of advertisings in this day and age, is social media.
It's funny you say that because I live in a community where we have a Facebook group, if you will. And I probably have done close to 70. We're just talking, not the construction jobs. Yeah. We're talking about 70 roofs only in my neighborhood. And I think there's 800 and something houses there. We've done 70 something roofs. And I was with a lady the other day. We were doing a construction job for her. But she says to me, she goes, man, you really, and I haven't done it in a while, but, I used to. But she goes, you really motivate me and blah, blah, blah. And this is how we found you and this, that, the other. And I think that what it is that you'll see a lot of people on social media. They try to make everything look perfect. Try to make everything look great. There's filters and there's all type of extra stuff. And me, I just went live,
I did see that a lot, man.
Yeah,
Your lives,
it was live.
man, they were so motivating too. I mean,
Yeah.
you would just like wake up in the morning and be like, listen, man, if you're sitting there on your couch not doing what you like, you're a fucking bum. I love that shit.
100%. And people relate to that. Because here, live, you're not editing a live.
No.
Right? It's like
It's you being you.
Yeah, I got my hair's not cut. I'm wearing maybe the same shirt I did yesterday because I was broke then, and I have enough quarters to do the laundry or whatever. But people relate to that. They like to see, and then it goes back to what I just said. People, they're not stupid. They see real. They see fake. They see when you're trying to get them. They see when you're not trying to get them. And I think that just the authenticity and me just being real, people just kind of they relate to that. And I think that me doing those things, that really, when I say I don't do any advertising, unconsciously, I didn't know that was advertising.
It was.
Yeah, it was. But that has literally been what has taken me from nothing to where I'm not going to put a dollar amount on it, but to where I am today. Yeah. And it was literally from, like you said, the social media presence and things like that,
So it's raw CJ. That's what people want to see.
100%.
Well, everybody loves raw CJ. That's for sure, bro.
I know what he's thinking about over here.
Say after 4 kids.
Yeah, right. Yeah. My wife's gonna hear this.
No, but it was good because I think when we were all like kind of coming up a little bit,
Right.
Starting from the
About
bottom,
the same
now we're
time.
here.
Yeah, same time, yeah.
I mean, that motivation actually helped out because I know me and my brother did the motivation too. But I loved your stuff because it was like every freaking morning.
Yeah, relentless.
I'd be like,
yeah.
CJ is there.
Is that where you got the Snapchat thing from?
Yeah.
Hey, Rat Racer.
I kind of got it from CJ.
Yeah,
'Cause I started that one, even though
yeah.
it's like it's a little different, but it's like same
It's
thing.
you.
Motivation, it's
Yeah,
just
it
like
was him.
me
Yeah.
having a good time. I mean, his was more like, hey, motivation. Mine was just I was being
Talking
a fucking
shit.
joker.
Yeah, I
Joker.
just, it's just, I had a lot of people at that time, like I was talking to you earlier, now I do like, we'll get into that later, but the contracting is like paper now. But back then I used to have a lot of employees. And
Yeah, you
what
did.
I used to do is I didn't want to hurt their feelings 'cause I knew they watch it, but I would tell stories, maybe from the past or maybe just whatever. But I try to tell stories that from experiences that I was going through and kind of how it correlates with real life and just trying to, like you said, motivate people. And, like certain people make excuses. And at the end of the day,
You
they're
definitely said that a lot. Too.
a lot, yeah. And I see that so much because I want everybody. I tell them when they worked for me back then, I told them, I said, listen, you working for me now. In 2 years, I don't want you working for me. I'm going to fire you. What?
Shit.
Like, oh no, I want to grow. No, if you work for me in 2 years, you're a fucking loser, and that's the truth. I want you to be my competition, right? Because that's going to make me better. If there's no competition, then I'm not growing, right or wrong. So I want to show you every single thing that I know, all the secrets that I know, everything that I've been through. So now we can compete, and now and I'm still going to help you. We can be going against each other. I'm going to fucking help you. And I think that was like I said earlier, that was really what kind of propelled me and just trying to help everybody and do the right thing at all times and just just be real. People see that.
Yeah, because I feel like in the construction industry, there's so much work to go
We were
around.
talking about this though.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
there's so much. So even if somebody did, they're competing against how many bids? It's an
Yeah.
abundance. How many houses are there?
Unlimited.
Apartment complexes,
Unlimited.
duplexes. There's so many ways that you can make money, and if you're not making it in this county, you can go straight all over to Pasco, wherever you need to go, and make
100%.
that money.
Especially in this county because we are like literally the mecca for rehabs and remodels and stuff nationwide.
Yeah.
So we're one of the strongest places or cities, if you will, to do those rehabs. So like you said, there's too much to go around.
Yeah, and when we get back, we'll actually ask CJ what he thinks about the real estate market. Is it hot? Is it cold? What does he think right now?
Awesome.
And we're back with the major hustler over here, CJ. He's about to kind of tell us a little bit. I know he's done a lot of flips, along with his construction company and everything else that he does. CJ, how do you see the market right now? Like, I know we took a little bit of maybe not Florida so much, but I know with the interest rates, they kind of, balanced out a little bit. What you're seeing in the market as far as like maybe investor-wise?
Well, I'll say this. We'll go back like 8 to 10 years, right? There was times where you could literally call your buddy if he's in the same business and you guys can have a competition. We've done this. We'll say, hey, listen, it's 7 o'clock in the morning. I'll bet you by noon I'll have more deals than you.
Wow.
And it was literally that easy. You had a proof of funds, and if you didn't have the money, you faked one, right? Let's be honest.
Fake it till you make it, baby.
You got to sometimes. And we would have competitions to see who can get a deal faster, and we would call each other and do that. But now it's really different. There's just so much competition. And that competition has kind of ruined the deals for wholesalers.
That's what I was going to say. Is it mostly the wholesalers you're seeing that's tougher or the margins are just not there?
It's not just wholesalers. It's the actual flippers themselves, too. And this is the reason why. Everybody watches HGTV. Everyone sees, oh, they're doing this. It looks great in a little 30-minute segment with 4 commercials and everything.
BS.
Right, and everyone wants to do it. And then money's easy to get, right? So you got a bunch of people here who are not experienced, right? And what happens is when you're not experienced and money's easy to get, you're just putting offers anywhere. And back then there was a few of us, and we were able to kind of, for lack of better words, Jew the people down, right? Well, when you got some dumbasses, in here just offer whatever just to get a deal, well, that ruins everything for everybody, right?
Out of state or hedge funds who just don't know the
They
market.
don't, and the hedge funds don't give a shit. They got so much money, they don't care. They're in for the long game. But when you're talking wholesaling, you got Jimmy Joe and his new wife, and they're just horny for a deal, and they're going to go ahead and just offer too much, and it kind of ruins everything for the people who have been doing it, right? Because we have different tactics and things like that we use in order to get the deal down tremendously, but as a seller, you don't give a shit about me or anybody else. Whoever's giving you the most money, that's who you're going with, right? 100%. And that kind of ruins it. But with that said, it ruins it for the actual flippers too, because the wholesalers are paying more. So now they're going to charge the flippers more, right? So that in itself has definitely, I wouldn't say ruined, but it's definitely halted tremendously the market, and it's diminished the
margins.
The margins, yeah, 100%, and it's just it sucks.
Yeah, because really, even right now, you're looking at like a deal, and then the wholesalers are so tight because even the homeowners, they want more money because they know the market. They're like, oh, even if you don't even watch real estate,
Yeah.
you knew during the pandemic it gained like 60%.
Right.
So now the flippers are coming in. They're like, damn, you want 87 for this deal? Well, I need it for 60 because I can't even make any money.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm glad you said the COVID thing and everything else, because everything, people were making 60%, right? And because of that, some of the sellers are still hooked on, because it's going down for sure. You could just look on Zillow at any property from last month to this month, it's a drop in $10,000 or more. So they're used to, okay, well, a year ago it was worth this. And well, bitch, it's not a year ago. Like, what are we talking about? Well, Joe Schmo, who doesn't know shit about real estate flipping, he's going to offer me this. Well, sell it to Joe Schmo. Let him make no money. I'm here to make money. I have 4 kids. I'm not going to do this for free. This is a hard business. And then because we're like the mecca or the epicenter of flipping in United States, the building department, which is very small here, both city and county, are tremendously overloaded, and not only just residential, but you see the big high rises going up there. You drive downtown, there's a bunch of cranes everywhere, and there's a lot of building going on, so they're backed up. So with that said, let me say this: everything that you buy, unless you're just an all cash buyer, is going to come with a mortgage payment, whether you're getting hard money, private, or some kind of conventional loan for some reason. And it's just it kills you paying all those mortgage payments, waiting on the city or the county who is overloaded. For example, I was telling you earlier, I got a huge project going on the Hillsborough River. We're building 4 multi-million-dollar houses, and originally we were like, oh, we're going to buy this land and we're going to start building in a month, and we'll be done in a year and a half with all 4 houses. A year and a half later, we're just starting the first one because subdividing the lots and doing all this shit and waiting for permitting.
That's what it's big.
Oh my gosh.
How are you seeing, CJ, as far as the permits right now? I know a lot of my buddies that flip houses, they're saying that's the biggest holdup. The architects, the engineering, and then the permits, right?
It's killing us. Yeah.
So if you're thinking about somebody who has hard money, they're paying those interest payments every single month. Are you seeing flips take longer than it used to be?
Yeah, well, not only that, but because it's taking long, we got to pay more money. That means we got to buy less, and then you got, like I said, Joe Schmo paying more. It's just like, fuck, what's going on, right? And so, for example, just to put things in perspective, you go back a few years ago, you could literally go ahead and put in plans. You can get plans done. Sometimes your architect or engineer is going to take 2 weeks to a month and a half to give you your plans, right? So, but we're talking once plans are in your hand, and you're going through the approval process, you're talking a week to a month worst case. Now you're seeing 30 days to a year.
Holy cow.
Wow, that's way too broad.
Right. So imagine that and that's if you have a good architect. If you have like a new guy or he's not really focused on you too much, he's got bigger stuff, he's going to screw up. So imagine this. You're going in, you're submitting your plans, you're waiting a month to get your anything back, an email saying, oh, well, you're approved, or fix this. So what happens is, it fixed this. Okay, no problem. We'll do it. Hey, architect, do this. He does it. Let's say he does it in a day, same day. You put it back into the building department. Now you're back in the queue, right?
Christ.
So you wait another fucking month. And now you're paying another $2,000 mortgage payment. Fuck. You know what I mean? So after all those things, and then, some things still are a little bit behind as far as deliveries, where back before COVID, everything was fast, real quick. Even Windows, you get Windows in a few days and trusses in a few days, and now it's a couple months, So imagine, I got to get Windows. Okay, well, fuck, there goes the Windows plus 2 mortgage payments. It kills the profits.
Go ahead.
So what would you say is the best way of making money in real estate? I know we've touched on wholesaling, we've touched on flipping, and also construction. Out of all 3 of those, which one is your go-to? Which one would you say is the most effective way of making money in real estate quickly?
Well, I don't
know about quickly, right?
Well, quickly is arbitrary. 3 months opposed to a year and a half.
Right. So Honestly, I mean, wholesaling historically is going to be your fastest way. You're in and out quick, but there's no deals right now.
I mean, recently, right? Yeah.
Recently is, I would say, because of the competition in wholesaling, because of competition in fix and flips, where you can actually be a homeowner and kind of slide past the code enforcement and things like that and kind of do the work yourself. There's a lot of competition there. But if you're trying to just get to the finish line fast, I think to eliminate the competition, because there's way less competition, it's new builds.
That's
right.
What I was, yeah,
100%.
Yeah.
Because in that situation, you don't have all these riffraff people trying to come into the market because they can't. You have to hire a fucking contractor to do a new build. You can't even get the permit without them, right? So that literally eliminates so much of the competition, which, and I don't mean, when I say competition, please don't get me confused with competition in itself. It's the dumbasses that are in the market with you, ruining the profit margins, right? So it's about getting to the finish line, and the fastest way to get to the finish line is by doing new builds right now, because you're eliminating the competition. It tremendously eliminates a lot of people. And
what would you say the
it's
hottest
cleaner.
area is?
Shit, anywhere Tampa.
Yeah, anywhere Tampa,
damn.
right?
All right.
If you can get a lot,
Yeah, if you're
I
talking
mean-
nationally, Tampa, period. You know,
but within
Well,
Tampa, I know.
Jacksonville's growing pretty.
Yeah,
pretty
Well,
Jacksonville
and
is.
you know what? And I think I heard something a couple months ago, maybe a few months back, that Lakeland was like the second fastest
yeah.
growing. And I got a few lots in Lakeland. We're starting now, but
they got land,
Yeah,
land
land.
is
Yeah,
in. I mean,
land is where it's at. If you can, because you know you.
So
can
even
buy
waiting
land.
for the permits and all of that comes with new construction, that is still the fastest way in real estate.
Or
you
the
would
way to
say.
make the most.
Yeah, you're good, and not necessarily the fastest. If you are willing to go through 1,000 fucking deals and get one, then maybe wholesaling still is, but that's very hard. You know, I like to get the money easy, right? You know, and less stress. So I think that, you know, paying a wholesaler, because you know because of the competition, when you're buying a lot, there's not that much fluff there, right? Because there's not going to be buyers for that, or as many, and buy your lot, boom. And now you can go ahead and start building. Now, some people I tell, they're like, well, I don't have that money. I don't have. Okay, well, then do this. Why don't you go ahead and find a lot, buy the lot, however you got to buy it, right? This is a really big, this is a gem. You buy the lot, you deal with all the paperwork, okay? You deal with all the planning. You get your plans. Fuck doing the build. Now you sell dirt with approved plans to somebody who now, and this is why it's so important to people, you buy this, you wait months, you wait, you know, maybe a year, depending on the situation, and you're paying all these mortgage payments, or you pay a little bit extra.
the impact fees.
Well, that too, but you pay a little bit extra, and you don't have to wait no more, right? Because if I'm buying something that's already packaged, and I say, hey, listen, the plans are approved, it's shovel ready. Now that's a key word, shovel ready. You can now go to pretty much any lender and say, hey, I have a shovel ready property. You ready to lend? Oh yeah, right now. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have to. A buyer doesn't have to get it to that point, pay all those mortgage payments for the dirt, and then start building. They can come in, pay a little bit more of a premium because it's already ready. Now get a mortgage and start building immediately. And because of that, you're skipping all of those steps. You're skipping all of that time, all of that money, and they're willing to pay a premium for that. So that to answer your question again, that's another way that you can make money. It's not necessarily
less stress,
fast.
right? Less stress.
Oh my
Stress.
goodness, yeah.
What would you say the average cost is? Say you buy a $10,000 lot, okay? And
Shit,
Where?
we're in fucking
in
Where?
Brooksville. In Brooksville. In Brooksville.
Okay.
In Brooksville, $10,000
Yeah, because these
lot in
lots right here
Brooksville.
were 800,000.
Yeah.
for this piece
Real.
of shit.
But I'm just trying to make it simple for audience math,
Right,
right?
gotcha.
So you get a $10,000 lot, and it's like a quarter acre out in the middle of nowhere. It doesn't matter. And how much does it cost, would you say, on average, for like a 1,500 square foot house to have those plans permitted and approved so you can bundle all that up if you've already spent the initial $10,000?
Depends how many
On the
corners the
land.
house has.
Call it a rectangle.
Okay, gotcha.
Just a big old
So there's a
rectangle.
lot of variables that go into this, and
Type of builds.
And let's say
what
it's
kind of
connected to
material.
water and sewer already.
okay, so that's a huge thing. So I was going to say, are you going to be doing a septic system? Are you going to be attaching to something there? Or is there something existing that was tore down? Are you tearing it down? Right? Is there
trees? Are there trees?
Yeah,
that
there are trees. Are there fucking? I got to tell you, tortoises. I fucking bought this $1 million lot, and then they're like, oh, well, yeah, well, I think you had a gopher turtle hole there, and I'm like, what? Are you fucking kidding? Put some poison out. They're like, no. You know, and that took months in itself. So I mean, that is just so many variables to decide. But just for the audience, for the audience, as far as like the actual build itself, you were seeing about, if you're thinking like basic builder grade stuff, if you get a really good deal, you're about $150 a square foot to start. And then I've seen all the way up to $450 a square foot.
Wow.
So like around 200,000 for a 1,500 square foot home, right?
Something like that, yeah.
On average.
Like that. On average, yeah. Depending where you are,
But that's not even paying the architects. That's not.
That's not paying for your plans,
GC.
your architect. That's a GC. That's a GC's cost. But there's other things, like you said, the trees and
site prep.
Yeah, 100%. You know, there's a lot of stuff that goes into it. I mean, you're buying a lot where there's a bunch of trees, like wooded area. I mean, that's now you're getting smoked out. You think you're doing good, you know what I mean? But no, I mean, are you in a wetland? You bought a $5,000 lot. You think
are
you
there
killed
mangroves?
Yeah,
because that matters.
Right, 100%. Everything. You know, I've heard of stuff where there was a buddy of mine had bought a beautiful piece of property. I don't remember. I want to say like somewhere in Newport Rich or something. And there was like an eagle's nest, and there was absolutely not.
Can't construct for like a year.
They can't even move this shit until the eagle moves, and it's like, bitch, shoot that motherfucker.
Shit.
You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? You're done.
Just
now.
because you're in America can't do anything and
can't do
everything. Come on now.
Well, it's crazy because when we used to design roads, right? And right before they start construction, they would do a survey of the site to make sure there was no eagle's nest.
Right,
if there was an eagle's nest, they would halt construction up until the eagle left.
Yeah, exactly.
It's fucking insane.
It's like fucking birds. You know what I mean? It's like,
we have done that for Fabre Frameworks as well.
What?
So we have gone out to a house and droned a tree to make sure that the bird's nest was no longer there before the homeowner could knock it down.
Really?
Yeah.
I gotta say something. This warm vodka is amazing. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I got the same shit. My bad, CJ. We usually have some fucking ice.
No, it's all good. I love it, man.
But one thing that, I mean, I've always been curious, and I know that we got people out there in the audience, when it comes to like impact fees, the utilities, and all that kind of stuff, I mean, what are you paying with when you pay the impact fees? Is that to connect the public utilities to your property?
Right. Yeah, all that and a bunch of other things. And I'll go into even deeper. Like, we have a situation now. It's the first time I've ever dealt with it as an investor or a contractor where, you know, not only are there impact fees, but, you know, we have to literally pay, I'm not going to say the dollar amount, but it's way more than you would ever think. That we had a property, I was telling you earlier, that it was one house on there. It used to be 4 lots, and we opened it back up to 4 lots. But since then, you know, a bunch of shit had happened. But anyways, we have to pay a shitload of money to stop all water in the entire neighborhood for like a day. All the neighbors are going to be pissed to connect now, you know, and that, you know, is just to the sewer, you know, and that's freaking crazy right now.
Right? Oh
my goodness. Like insane amount of money, you know, more than you would even imagine.
Like 30 G's?
I wish. If it was 30 G's each house, I would be happy.
150?
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Holy
it's insane.
cow.
You know, and then here's the thing. You know, now you got to go to all the neighbors and now they're going to tell them, hey, these assholes down the street that are building this stuff that you probably think are super
They're
rich.
like the only lot here.
Yeah. The little beep beep. That's them. They're going to shut your shit down. Don't take shit for like 12 hours. You know, and so now you got people like driving by and they fucking hate you and, you know, flicking you off type stuff. But hey, I mean,
But fuck them. They don't pay your bills.
no, they don't. They definitely do not. You know, my electric is paid by me. My mortgage is paid by me. My cars are paid by me. And fuck them.
Yeah. And when we get back, we're going to ask CJ, how does he balance his family and business, and how did he start it with a family and business? Because I know when I started my business, I didn't have any kids. It was a lot easier, but this guy did it with 4 kids. So there has to be some kind of secret here.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
Awesome.
and we're back. Happy Hour Holidays today. Drinking the hand,
Okay.
Bloody Mary, White Claw. We got a little warm vodka. Hey, but we living life to the fullest.
Hey,
You want to say something about the White
Yeah,
Claw?
I was like, hold on, because he's got an American flag shirt on, a red, white, and blue hat, and then he's got it. Like, let me for the people in the audience, let me say this: he's got a koozie on that was American flag. I was like, bro, he's killing it. And then I heard fucking White Claw. I'm like,
White
who
Claw's
is this lady?
America.
Hey, who is this
USA.
lady? You know? I got two ladies in here. Yeah.
That's funny. So CJ,
Yeah.
I mean, you built a hell of a construction empire, man, and you've had a family the entire time.
Yeah.
I mean, you were able to balance building a huge company with a family. I mean, I know when we all did it, I mean, we didn't have any kids, so it was a little bit easier, or even, you know, a wife or anything like that. So how the fuck did you balance that shit?
Well, I'll say this, man. When I started, it was out of survival and necessity, right? I had to. There was no other way. I was a new father. I grew up with no father. My mother was, she was into a lot of drugs and things like that, and I just never wanted that for my children, right? So that's kind of the motivation there. But to answer your question, the real way that it worked is, and Ramsey and I talked about this all the time. I know we talked about Ramsey earlier, is finding the right partner. You know, I cannot take any credit whatsoever because she is literally one of the best mother I've ever seen, and it goes above and beyond. So for me to be able to know that when I leave that house in the morning, I go into this world to battle, the powers that be out there, and knowing she's holding it down tremendously, it allows me to focus 100% on working, making money, building a business, and everything else. So it's about that partnership. It's about that relationship, and I have to give all of that credit to my partner at that aspect because she has literally done an amazing job. All of our kids are, A/B students. They go to great schools. They're extremely healthy. They're excelling in sports. They're very polite. I'm extremely blessed with the children that I have. We have 4, and all of that, I cannot take any credit for that because what I do is extremely easy. Right? I go to work, I make money, I pay the bills. She takes care of kids. I go home after a long day. Literally, as soon as I walk in the door, I'm just like, oh, fuck, I want to go. You know what I mean? I love my kids, okay? But I walk in the door, it's like, Daddy, hug. I'm like, fuck. You know what I mean? And I can imagine what she does, all day long. And sometimes she'll say, well, that's fine. You can stay with the kids. No. I'll go to work. Yeah, I'll go to work. And so 100% of that is attributed to what she does and my partner does. And she's just absolutely incredible and amazing at everything when it comes to those kids.
And Manny, it seems like this is a going trend, right? Because we had Ryan Owens on the podcast earlier this last week, and he said the same thing, man. Having a supportive partner is what leads to being successful for
100%.
Anybody who's starting in a business venture.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have a supportive partner, they're probably, once you get home, instead of them being, hey, what do you need? Can I help you? It's
they're tearing you down.
They're tearing you down. Yeah,
bringing down your self-esteem.
Yes.
You got someone that's got to boost
Speaking
you.
from experience.
No, not at all. We're both working people in our household.
No, I'm just kidding. Jeanette.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, definitely. Even with Eric, I mean, he has his own. Yeah, he works for an insurance company, right? But he is a sales guy, and he has to be out on the road, and he has to go meet with clients. And yeah, I work as well, but when I'm home, and I understand that if he has to go deal with a client, then you go for it because you got to bring home the money. So do I. We both have to bring home the money because we have bills, we have kids, and I want a better future for than what my mom gave me.
That's right.
Even though it was a nice childhood. That's not what I'm saying.
Mama Dukes.
Great
Shot
childhood.
right there. Shot right there.
Great childhood, but I want to take that and then grow.
Yeah, and that's your job, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, so I mean, it's just hats off to her and everything she does, and she's just been amazing, and everything. You go and like I said, you go wake up early, you battle the world because it is a battle. It is stressful, it's emotional, especially running a business. It's extremely emotional.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. I was gonna say. I mean, working and then you're starting. You gotta network. You gotta sell. I mean, you gotta do everything. So I mean,
100%.
What do you always say? Everybody's trying to take that change out your pocket.
No,
right?
everybody's trying to take that cookie out the cookie jar, baby.
That's right.
You know,
That's
it
right.
doesn't
So-
matter everywhere you go. I mean, I feel like, I hate to say that, everybody's against you, but sometimes it feels
are.
like that because everybody's out to get their own. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
we all have kids, we have families, whatever it is, and we're all trying to just make it in this world.
Mm-hmm.
And just like Jeanette said and CJ said, we're all just trying to do we're a lot of people are just trying to do a little bit better than the life that we got,
Mm-hmm.
or some of us are striving for greatness and leaving generational wealth for generations to come.
Right.
And I think that's what everybody in this room here wants, is they want to leave a mark. They want to be the one. They want to be the one where they never take no for an answer, or they negotiate every fucking penny because they want to win.
Right.
And everybody in this room came from generational wealth.
No,
no.
I definitely
Immigrant
did
parents.
not.
You
I
said your
definitely
dad
did.
wasn't around.
My
your mom
dad
was
was in prison for murder. My mom was a drug addict.
And she's
so.
from Guatemala. I mean,
Wow.
I'm a Tampanian.
Don't change it up now.
Yeah, and we've seen this city grow. I mean, we're all we've lived here for a long time.
Yeah.
and we've seen it. I mean, you look at I-4, you look at the congestion on 275.
that's been there
I
all
mean-
my life.
I mean,
bro.
They've been building all our life.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck, finish it.
Dude, like CJ was saying about downtown, I mean, honestly, I loved going to Orlando to have a good time and party and stuff, but honestly, our downtown's starting to be a little better.
I think, honestly, and Diego and I were talking about this. You guys know Diego.
Yeah, 100%.
We were talking about this the other day, and maybe about a few weeks ago. We were just saying, like, how blessed we are to live, and I'm not just saying it of my own personal experience, bias, but if you're talking about, I think it's Wealth Magazine or something like that, they just posted that Tampa is the best place. It was last year to live in the country, but now it's to live in the world. And
Really?
I agree with that 1,000%.
I do too, man.
And it's just when it comes to food, it comes to job
Amusement
opportunities.
parks.
We just
amusement
got 3
parks.
Michelin star
Beaches.
restaurants here.
You know what I
So-
mean? It's just it's an incredible place to live. And back when I was young, I remember younger, crime was kind of high, but I think that's gone down too.
Yeah.
I don't really see anything like that. I mean, gentrification is happening and,
Yeah.
and pushing things out.
Outwards.
You're kind of contributing to that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a little bit. But I think that I think we're really blessed to be here.
No.
Yeah,
for
and it's
sure.
crazy because we got into Tampa. We were all born and raised here, right? Were you?
Yeah.
You were also, yeah.
I lived there. I moved around a lot as a kid, for different reasons, but yeah, for the most part.
So we started in Tampa, born here, and we've taken the ride with its growth, which means it's helped us grow also.
Oh, 100%.
As owners, yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we kind of got lucky in that aspect, in my opinion,
Very.
because I remember when we started Fabre Frameworks, man, we got kind of lucky with the drone pilots. It used to be like $3,500, then it went all the way down to $150. So, and then we were just able to capture that market. So, man, yeah, Tampa's got a lot of things. So let me ask you a question. What's your favorite restaurant in Tampa? I already know mine. Mine's
Okay.
Eddie V's.
Eddie V's, baby.
Eddie V's.
Oh, you guys are rich.
dog.
Okay.
I mean, Longhorn Steakhouse.
I was thinking McDonald's, but
No.
so I'll tell you the one and the reason. Okay, it's not the best because I've been to pretty much everywhere in Tampa. There's some ones that are like absolutely amazing. But I say the best for a number of reasons. One's expense because I've been to restaurants just like $700-800 for a bill for two, and it's just like
For what reason?
Yeah, exactly.
it's like
right.
Too many
what the fuck?
bottles of wine.
Like, dude, come on, bro. You know what I mean? But my favorite in Tampa, because I'm a fat ass greedy motherfucker, I love Terragacha because
What is that?
Oh, wait, is that
Oh.
that's the
Yeah,
Texas
that's
to
the-
Brazil style, right?
it's
Yes.
a Texas,
It's
Brazil,
South Tampa.
That's the
but
one
better,
story Jen told
but
me
better.
about.
And I
Yeah,
love it
we've been
because
there.
I keep the green on. I keep bringing it. It's like I feel like I'm getting over on it. You know what I mean? And I like a deal. So
Dude,
that's
the salad bar is fucking killer, bro.
I'm already full by the time I go around that bitch 3 times.
Dude,
and the service is amazing.
I'm
and
only
I
there
love
for
that
the
place.
meat.
Yeah.
Wait,
No,
wait.
man, you are.
Hey, listen. I was going to say myself as well, but I'm not going to say that. But no, I agree with you. Their flavor and everything they cook. I'm not going to say the meat. Their flavor and everything they cook is absolutely incredible. And the service is really good. The parking sucks.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
does
it
fucking
does.
suck.
But, you know, I got a handicap tag, so I just park my big ass. Yeah, I park my big ass
Scamming the
truck.
system, dog.
You know, yeah,
What happened to all that good karma shit, bro?
I don't have a bad back. I do have a bad back.
He
you know?
played football. He's got a bad back.
I got a bad
man.
back. You know, I lift fucking 4 kids every day. You know?
Yeah. Dude, and I'll tell you something. A lot of people don't think that hurts your back, but I mean, I got 2 friends right now fucking hurting pretty bad on the backside, you know, because of the fucking carrying the kids, lifting them and shit.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
And it seems to happen around like 38, 39, man.
Yeah. So funny, little quick thing. The other day I go to this place, whatever, but I go to this place, the guy that owns the place, he comes out, he goes, hey, you know you parked in a handicapped. And I'm like, yeah, I did. He goes, why the fuck did you do that? I said, because I got a handicap tag, motherfucker. And he was like, oh, I'm so sorry. You know, people don't they look at me, they don't think I'm like,
hell no.
You know, but you know, he's like, oh, you look strong. I said, well, the rest of me is, but my fucking back is done, bro. I can't, you know, like, what the fuck you want me to do? You see me walk? Did you watch me on camera walking here with a limp, bitch? Like,
He was a Karen, bro. He was a Karen.
Yeah, he was a Karen. He was a fucking Karen.
Was that out in South Tampa?
That was in Clearwater Beach area.
Oh, that makes
Yeah.
even more
Worse.
sense.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he's an
Worse.
old guy.
Hey, so we all said our favorite restaurant, minus Jeanette. Jeanette was the only one that didn't say what
Wait,
shit.
what was yours though?
Eddie V's.
Oh yeah, that was right.
Oh, you guys are the same.
Oh, you
Same,
guys.
yeah.
Fucking, I'm sorry, 2 rich guys. Yeah. What was yours?
Cooper's Hawk.
Cooper's
Whoa.
Hall.
Oh no, let me say something. You
I
like the
have a
fucking
membership.
wine, don't
Yeah,
you? Yeah, I do.
Jeanette
My
likes
wife
the
does that
wine.
shit too. She goes to the little wine tasting and
I
she comes
love
back
it.
Actually,
drunk.
it's good, right?
No,
The
I
little
love
thing?
their
I-
chicken, their lemon piccata. Their chicken lemon piccata. It's good.
They do
Lies.
have good food.
They do.
Lies. She likes wine.
She
Yeah,
does.
that's an added bonus.
No, she
Okay.
likes like
Cool.
tequila.
Oh,
No, I'm a
oh.
vodka girl.
Vodka,
Yeah.
water.
I'm a vodka
Yeah.
girl.
You get one in her, she's gone.
Wow.
She starts cursing at you. You're
I
like,
get
whoa.
as bad as Sean.
Oh my God! No,
Yeah.
not that bad. Nobody's
No,
Nobody's that bad.
I don't
Nobody's
know.
that
I
bad.
banter really bad.
Really? So that?
Oh, it's
thank
funny.
God she has not. Oh, you already
I
finished yours?
drink my Bloody Mary.
Oh shit! Well, let's wrap this up, guys.
Yeah, no, I like Cooper's Hawk too. I do like the wine tasting because they give you that little bread and then you kind of stand up and they give you all the different wines.
Yeah, I've never been. My wife goes all the time, and I hate it because I love her and she's beautiful and super attractive. But when she comes back,
Brownie
she's
points.
so horny. I'm like, what are you?
What?
Like, you're
Why would you
horny.
I was
hate
gonna
that?
say,
You're
you
like,
hate
no more
that?
kids.
Listen, when you're horny and you're not sloppy drunk falling off, like falling over when you come upstairs, that's great. You know, when you're like slurring your words and you look, you're about to get a DUI, like what the fuck? I'm not. I don't want to get raped. You know what I mean? I don't want to get raped.
Yeah, you
know?
do.
A little bit. I haven't said no yet. You know, but
All right, I guess. Hold on.
if you really want to.
Yeah. He's like, let me just drink a little bit of Hennessy. All right, let's do this.
Yeah. When she leaves, I start drinking the Hennessy. She doesn't know that yet, but
Is that your favorite drink, CJ? Hennessy?
well, Hennessy by itself, I really don't like it. Hennessy and Red Bull, I like it.
Red Bull?
Yeah,
The
that's a
reason
weird
is
I've
I'm
never
old,
heard of that
right?
before.
I'm 40 years. I'll be 40 next year. So
He
I'm,
looks
I'll
like
be
he's
39.
32 or 30.
Nah, he's nice. I'm about
Yeah, and I'm not nice, bro.
Yeah,
This
he's a
guy,
nice guy.
Hey, you know, I
He's a
still
nice
can't.
guy.
I actually would probably be the Karen because I'd be like, yo, this motherfucker coming out here looking like fucking 6'2" with a rock over here.
Well, remember, bro, I got a handicap tag. You know what I mean? I'm a handicap. You know, so but yeah, I like Hennessy and Red Bull. I think that taste there is if it's just Hennessy by itself, I don't like it. You know, I make the ugly face. You know, when you take a shot. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah,
It's
yeah.
kind of like this warm vodka you guys gave me. But no, like the Hennessy by itself is disgusting. But when Hennessy and Red Bull, for some reason, it's really, really good. I like it. You know, I really love that.
Yeah,
And then I'm old, so that Red Bull keeps me up a little bit. And,
Hey,
you know.
hey, CJ, when you went out to the club with Ramsey, what was the drink that he made you drink to loosen up and talk to the girls?
Ramsey,
the-
right now,
yeah,
you would be like, bro, you gotta drink salad and water. You gotta eat salad and drink water, bro. You know? but
No, there was a particular shot or
let me
drink.
think what
that-
it was.
Dude.
I think that we drank vodka. Man, I might be wrong. Let me try to think what he drank.
let me
right
just-
now, Bud Light.
No.
But that's
no,
what he drinks
no,
now.
wait, no, hold on. I'm talking about.
talking now
No,
or
I'm
old
talking. No,
Ramsey?
old Ramsey. The shot that he used to open up when he used to show up to the club. He'd be like, "All right, bro, we got to take these so we can get loosened up to talk to the girls."
You know what? Let me say this: is that when we used to go there and love the gay community and all that, but you know, he was the
honeypot.
The honeypot. He was the gay club DJ, right?
Yeah, he was.
So because of that, I would. This is why I don't know the answer to that question. Is because he used to call me and he'd be like, "Hey, bro, nobody else wants to come. Do you want to come?" I'm like, "Not really, but I'll come." And you know, I used to go, and he used to be like, "Yo, you're in free. You don't have to wait in line, and all the drinks are free." So when it's free, and I was young, I didn't really question it. I didn't know what it was. I just drank it because it was free. You know what I mean? I was poor. You know?
I'm gonna get raped tonight.
Yeah. No. Whoa. What do you mean?
It's a gay club,
No,
right?
what
Doesn't
does
that
You're
happen?
drinking free drinks. You don't know what's in it. You didn't question.
No, but this is a gay.
Good
I'm not gonna
point.
get,
Someone
Good
got
point.
raped.
okay,
I'm just joking.
Yeah,
I'm
not
just
rape.
joking.
No, listen. I'm
Did
gonna
you ever
know-
black out at the honeypot?
Hell, no. Not that I know. Not that I know. No, but listen,
that
there
I
was
know
a
of, yeah,
few
'cause it's
straight
blacked out.
girls there, and I don't mind if I got raped then. But I definitely stayed very close to Ramsey. I told a few guys that was my boyfriend, so they left me alone. It was probably like 10, you know, and you know, but that was I definitely want to get raped by the people there. Going to the bathroom was very scary because he couldn't leave the DJ booth, and
Were they looking over the little separators, or were there even separators?
They were coming in the fucking.
We
the
should reel it
handicap
back.
bathroom.
What was the drink called?
Yeah. Let's do that.
What was the drink called?
Jaeger Red Bull, Jaeger Bomb.
Oh, thank God I never drank that.
That
Maybe
was
I did.
that was Ramsey's. Every time we would go with
You
him,
know what? You're absolutely right.
He'd always be like, "Oh, bro, I know what we're gonna do with his little fingers, the way like Christian."
Oh, yeah.
and do
He's
it."
like-
he's like, "We're gonna do a Jaeger bomb."
Yeah.
And then after 3 of these
Disgusting.
bitches, you're gonna be talking to the finest bitch in here.
Yeah. You know what I love about Ramsey? What's funny? Whenever he's about to tell you something, he starts whispering. Yeah. Right? He's like it's a secret. Like he's like, listen to this. Yeah. He's like, hey, bro, guess what? It's gonna rain today. I'm like, no way. You know what I'm saying? Like,
start whispering too.
yeah, I'm like, for real? We not supposed to tell nobody this shit? Like, what are you talking about? Yeah, that dude's amazing, bro. I love him so
He
much.
does do that, man.
Yeah,
That's
right,
fucking
right,
funny,
all the time, yeah.
Listen, Sean. Listen.
Like that with the hands too?
Yeah. That's
Yeah, just like that. He goes,
Exactly how he does it.
You have to charge more.
You have to charge more.
Listen, I'm like, oh my God, this is.
We all went
guy's
to,
a
we all went
character.
to the clubs and bars around the same time. Like,
Yeah.
when we all went to Soho, if we did go to Soho, where'd you guys always end up going?
The
Because
Lodge.
I know we had
The
the
Lodge, yeah.
the Lodge, but how about that Hyde Park?
Hyde Park Cafe?
What was it? $10
That was
20?
off of Platt. though.
No, but it was
Platt.
it
I used to have an office
$20?
on Platt.
$20, 8 to 10, all you can drink.
Yeah. That was the place where if you were young and you were trying to, I would say, look at girls because the girls didn't really want us.
They were all Spanish.
If you just want to look at them, you know, that was where it was at. You know,
Yeah,
you
Hyde
know?
Park was the Spanish club, no?
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
Hyde
Yeah.
Park was,
But they had
on certain
Fridays.
nights, right?
Yeah, they had-
What was the other?
Spanish
What's
nights.
the other one over there? It's like it's like short ceiling,
orange mangroves.
No.
The drink.
No, not the drink. I'm talking. You're talking like more white. I'm talking more like super Spanish. I'm
The-
talking
the-
like
the
right
groves.
on Kennedy.
Orange. On
It's the Kennedy. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Super,
Oh, the Kennedy.
Super
Oh.
hood. A bunch of Cuban guys with guns. Super scared.
You didn't see us there.
Bro, I'm trying to speak Spanish, hola type shit. You know, no, they're not having it.
Just walk
you
in
know?
there. I'm Dominican.
Yeah,
What's up?
I always said that, and they were like, "Nigga, no."
Guys, when we get back, we're going to talk about what do you see the future in Tampa and then Florida in general about
Love
the
it.
real estate market, man.
Love it.
I fucking love Tampa. Just so you guys know, I fucking love Tampa.
What do you like about Tampa,
We're the
Manny?
strip club capital of the world. Hopefully my wife never sees this episode, just so I know.
Well, just the last segment.
He never
the
showed
last-
up. He never showed
He
up.
just never showed up.
Asshole.
But honestly, I mean, we got a booming economy here in Tampa and in Florida. I mean, where do you guys see the future of Tampa? I mean, are we going to be one of the elites? Like, CJ's been saying. I mean, we've been, recognized as one of the top cities to
Honestly,
live.
are we going to be the next California?
No.
No, I think
wait.
I think
We don't-
California is behind us, and the reason is everybody from California is coming here, and me selling real estate. More than half of the people are coming from California. The other
New York.
half is New York.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Because they're overtaxed.
And for a lot, there's a lot of reasons why, and that's reason for New York. And I've sold a lot to people from Virginia for the same reason, the taxes, right? I think Tampa. You say, are we gonna be? I think we are. You know,
Already are?
Miami used to be because of the crack area or whatever they used to call that and shit. But I think that it's oversaturated. I think it's just too much money. I think people are not stupid anymore, and money's not as easy to get as it was, especially if you're selling crack in the 80s. You know, but
Blue Magic.
Yeah, and it's just Tampa is just for so many reasons, and we talked about this earlier. It's just literally in my opinion, the best place to live ever. Like I've been to a lot of places. I've been to different countries. I would not want to be anywhere else but here. This is absolutely incredible.
CJ, do you think that we're bigger than Miami right now, or we're getting there, or do you think still Miami is? You know, I know they're like, you know,
I'm kind of nervous Miami's going to come up here.
No, Miami is coming up here.
Well, Miami.
Because
I mean,
let me say this:
Tampa turning into Miami. I don't know
all
how I feel
the
about
big
that.
buildings, like, because you know, there's a lot of flipping going on here from all over the
100%.
country, right? If you do your research, and that's the business that I'm in. If you do your research, all of the high rises going up, they have left Miami and came here to build. Why? Because it's cheaper land, it's cheaper development, it's cheaper, it's faster development, right? They're you think our building department is slow? Their building department is way slower. I know contractors that won't even do work in Miami because of that, and I think that we're not bigger in any way, shape, or form. They're just a way bigger, even just geographically, they're bigger. Me and Diego were going over that earlier a couple weeks ago, but they are just the amount of money that Miami has versus Tampa is a totally different ball game. I'm not talking about a totally different team. I'm talking about a fucking different league. Right. So they're just I don't see us ever being there. But as far as speed and growth and development, we're super fast as far as our growth in Tampa and a much better place to live. I mean, just think about it.
Too.
You know, we have so much more stuff. We have hockey, we got baseball, we got football, we got beaches, we got, you know, restaurants. It's affordable compared to, right? And it's not just, and I love Cubans. One of my partners and one of my businesses is Cuban. I love him to death, and I love all Cubans, and I love everyone. But it's not all just that. You know, it's
Mr. Politically correct over here.
You know, listen, I don't want the hate mail and the fucking, you know, all that shit. But it is just we're a super melting pot, right? Where Miami used to be, but now it's like, you know, it's just mostly that where we are totally different here. I mean, we got a Guatemalan here. We got, you know.
She prefers Colombian.
I'm Colombian.
Okay, switch it up. I'm black. I do it too. I'm black. I'm white. You know, whatever you want to do. Whatever day it is. You know, or we drinking Hennessy right now. Or we're drinking brown hot vodka. You know what I mean? Whatever you want to do, I'm down with.
You know what? It'll get you drunk.
Faster.
So it's funny you use the word melting pot because there's a lot of restaurants that test out new food items in Tampa, Florida.
100%.
Because there's so many different people from all over the country that come here.
Yeah.
And what their consensus is if it works in Tampa,
It works everywhere.
it works everywhere.
I'm really big on like national surveys, right? I'm a weirdo, right? I'm really a nerd, and I follow that a lot. And I saw recently in the last couple of months that, you know, Tampa is like one of, I forget the number, but we're definitely in the top 3 or 5 in the United States of like a foodie, you know, city, you know, and we're killing it. You know, I don't really like it. I like fucking barbecuing chicken wings at the house, maybe because I'm half black, but
I do like that, man. You know,
yeah.
one of the best things I like, and I just, you know, my wife for Valentine's Day bought me a charcoal grill. I had a smoker. Man, I fucking love the charcoal.
Because, you know, gas doesn't give you the same effect.
But, you know, I like it's like a whole thing for me. Like, you know, like keeps me entertained, right? You know, like you got to fucking put the thing in the big
the
metal
coals
thing.
white.
Yeah, get them white. And you pour them in. You're over there just like smoking a cigar or whatever.
Yes,
just chilling.
Drinking a little Henny.
Yeah, drinking a little
maybe
Henny.
warm vodka.
Yeah.
No,
we're never going to live that up.
no, of course not.
He's like, I went to Happy Hour Holidays and they're happy hour with fucking hot drinks.
And no
Ice
blunt.
Holidays. I love it, man. You guys are awesome. But I think Tampa's incredible, bro. I think that I don't think we're gonna beat Miami because I mean
it's on the water. I mean, fuck, that's hard to beat.
But you,
right?
I mean it's fucking Miami, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
meant
20
in the
years
sense
from now,
of
it's
like
still gonna be Miami.
people.
People?
Because Miami is a little crazy.
Here's the thing: if
And
you're
that's what I
not
don't want to.
so you could be a millionaire in Tampa and live good. If you're a millionaire in Miami, you're a fucking bum.
You're poor,
right? Listen,
Yeah.
I'm a millionaire in Tampa, and I live great. I'm a millionaire in Miami. I'm like, May I please come in? They're like, nah, wait.
The help goes through the back.
Yeah. Here's
like,
the
wait a
bag.
second.
Take it to the trash. And that's the absolute truth. Because here, I'm in a boat club. I feel cool.
Damn,
I feel
son.
like
Are you in Freedom Boat Club?
Yeah. So that's
Need that
nothing.
invite,
It's nothing.
dog.
It's little, but like here, that's
like
that's
that Freedom
cool.
Boat
That's
Club.
cool, right?
Yeah.
But Miami, I'm eating
If you don't got a
dinner
yacht.
with I don't know if you guys know Johnny. You know Johnny, right?
Johnny.
Yeah, the guy. Yeah, the other guy that does. He does some work too.
He
right?
worked. Me and him are partners in this construction company.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So we go out to one of his restaurants. I forget the name of it, but it's called the Kiki, and it's a really nice restaurant there. And then I'm like, oh yeah, I'm in a boat club too. He's like, we're gonna go to one, and then we go, bro. I'm talking 70, 80, 120-foot yachts back to back.
That's
to
the
back
club?
Bro.
That's a heritage.
I'm like
Harbor Island, same shit.
No, killing that.
Bro,
Those are
that's
like
the
60.
yachts, man.
This is double that. And I'm like talking 4-story yachts. I'm talking not 2 or 3, hundreds of them as we're eating and drinking. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm definitely poor. I'm definitely poor. So if you want to live good, I think Tampa's the way. If you are super rich, you won the lottery. If you won a lottery 3 times, yeah, go to Miami. You're killing it.
But if you were gonna pick any place, for me it would be Madeira Beach or John's Pass over there.
Clearwater, bro.
To have it, no,
Okay.
no.
I got something for you on that.
Yeah, that's what. Because I was like, I've seen Belair and I've seen
I
Ryan.
like that you said
India-
that.
Remember?
Indian Rocks,
No, but as you remember,
Reddington
Ryan
Shores.
Howard had that big ass mansion right on the fucking Clearwater Beach. But for me, it's just like what CJ likes to do. He likes to cruise around on the boat. Fucking St. Pete has the best islands, with Egmont and everything.
Yes, Egmont Key is
so
great.
What do you like, CJ?
So
when
I'll
it
tell you
comes
what
to
I
that?
don't like. I used to live on Sand Key Beach, which is right between. I think you said what Bel Air or Madeira or something.
Yeah, it was Bel Air over there.
Bel
in
Air. So
Clearwater.
between Bel Air Bluffs and Clearwater Beach, there is a place called Sand Key Beach, and I used to live on the Gulf side. It was 1480 Gulf Boulevard. That's why my company, when I went to get my LLC years ago, is Gulf Shore Enterprises. Because he goes, "What do you want to call your company?" I was like,
where I want to live.
I don't know. He goes, well, pick something. I have to do it now. I'm like, well, Gulf Shore Enterprises, And then I said Gulf Shore Construction. He goes, no, construction's not going to work. It's already took. I was like, well, what do you say? Bitch, I'm fucking young. What do you want? He was like, just call it Enterprises. You can do anything. I was like, okay, perfect. and that's how that came about. But I'll tell you a story, quick story. I used to live there. I rented a place. I was the only brown person there, right? And I'm not a race guy. I'm black and white, so I love everybody. I'm Russian, Nigerian, and French. I don't give a fuck about that, right? But let me say this. I remember, because I'm a very polite guy and I believe in karma and all those things. I remember opening the elevator for people that lived in the same condo I lived in, Gulf Side. Really beautiful place. I couldn't afford it, but I paid every dollar. I worked like 10 days a week, fucking 50 hours a day, right? That makes sense. So I tried to hold the elevator for people, and they're like, oh, no. I'm going to check my mail. And I would be like, okay, I'll just wait till you're done. No, just go up. Just like that. And then I remember like, oh, can you hold this? And I have my little first daughter, like, I don't know if you hear that or not, but they're fucking pressing the button trying to close it. Wow. You know what I'm saying? There was a couple people there who were cool. The guard gate guy was cool as fuck. He was just like me.
That's old money, right?
Old money. And they fucking hated me. And it got to at first, I was like, I don't give a fuck. I've been dealing with this all my life. But after you do that a while, you've been paying your dues, you're super polite to everybody, it fucks with you.
Yeah, because you're like, they haven't fucking budged. They're still the same fucking
Same
assholes.
shit, bro. Everybody got some Mercedes or a McLaren or a fucking Range Rover, and I got an F-150 pickup truck. At the time, I'll be honest with you guys, it had fucking roaches in it.
Wow.
I'm not gonna lie. And so they just looked upon me bad, and it wears on you after a while. And I said, you know what, this isn't where I want to raise my daughter. I don't want her to have, that. I don't want her to see that shit.
Yeah.
And that's when I left, and I was like that. But as far as the beauty and the food and everything and the culture there, it's really nice. Problem is that you're far as shit. Nobody. You have to almost trick your friends to come see you, right?
There's a festival.
Yeah, it's a festival, and I got food here and liquor. What do you drink? That's what I have. You know what I mean? And you have to do that to trick them, and then you want them to spend the night because you don't want them to leave because you have no friends there. And they were like, I have to go to work tomorrow, and I'm like, no, but you don't have to. Call your hotel, I'll pay. You know, and now it was like heartbreaking. You know what I mean? Moving from Tampa to a faraway place, and this.
How far? Yeah, it's right across the bridge.
Over the bridge. But really, it's like a whole day event.
Well, let me say this. Over the bridge is Clearwater. When you go to Clearwater Beach, it's a totally different city. So you got to drive through Clearwater, go around the roundabout, jump over the Sand Key Bridge, and then park with all these people. Okay, and it was hard, you know, especially the people back then who I used to chill with. They were like, "Bro, I ain't going to that cracker ass place." You know what I mean? And I'm like, "Dude, please," you know. And I have steaks here, and they knew I was lying because I was poor. We had hot dogs, and but at the end of the day, that shit sucked. And you know, I think that
So where is the place you would
Tampa.
live?
I live in Tampa.
Wait, but yeah, what area?
Specific.
So for the last 12 years, I after I left there, me and Ramsey actually, we got a place in West Chase. Well, it was Countryway.
Countryway, yeah.
And we lived there, and we were broke.
I like Countryway.
Yeah.
Countryway's well, we were broke.
Keystone.
Well, listen, when me and Ramsey lived there, we had a mattress.
That's basically West Chase, though.
If you want to be included, yes.
Yeah.
So we had a dining room table that was included when we moved there because they didn't move it out. It had no chairs. It just had glass and like a little like a fake gold metal. And then Ramsey had an air mattress and I had a used mattress. But it was but there was no box spring. You know what I mean? And that's how we live.
I'll still take that. I'll take the fucking mattress without the box spring over a fucking ear mattress.
You know, it's supposed to be better for your back because the floor is harder than a box spring.
Well, when you used to use mattress, and it was probably like I ain't gonna say what I was gonna say. I used to sleep on the floor instead because it was disgusting.
Ooh.
But
Flip it over.
yeah, right. So after I left there, I moved into the house, that I'm in now, and I've been there for almost 12 years, and I absolutely 100% love Town and Country. Now, when I say that,
I thought you lived in like Rocky Point.
well, there's two parts of Town and Country, right? You have the good and you have the hood. Right? That's anywhere, right?
Right? So true.
So when you cross over Memorial, that's the hood.
That's where I grew up.
They're
Memorial Highway. I did. I
that
came
ain't
up
bad.
Where at?
right across the street from Dana Shores.
Oh, okay. So you on the other side. I'm on the Dana-saur side, right?
Okay.
So that's the hood, right? And they they will take your trash cans and take your trash out just to make you pick it up. They don't give a fuck, you know. But I'm where the good side is, right? And
Sweetwater.
yeah, right
That's
there.
where
I'm in Baycrest.
Okay.
Oh, Baycrest.
Okay.
Oh, we
Baycrest
went to
is
that
really
elementary
nice.
We went
school.
to elementary school.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. so I'm in. My daughter went to Webb last year. We'll never go there. She's going to Berkeley Prep now.
Whoa.
Oh,
So
whoa,
yeah,
loaded.
Berkeley's nice.
Yeah, no,
Charter schools,
nice.
dog.
No, it's expensive.
It's expensive. Very expensive.
So yeah, I live on the other side, and I will tell you this. Besides this week, if you guys look on the Facebook, we've had a bear in the street.
No way.
Yeah, it's
like
weird.
a fucking bear.
No, like with the like
Wasn't
the
it a
polo
black
thing.
bear?
It is. Yeah, it's a little baby. You saw it, right?
Yeah, it did.
It's
Yeah.
insane. It came from Carewood, right? And now it's in Pelican Island, so I'm not worried about taking the trash out anymore.
I
But
still would be.
where I'm at now, the people are so nice. They love me. I've done almost 70 routes there, where I've made tons of money there. But the people are just so genuine, so nice. It's just, I absolutely love that neighborhood. I can move. I'm not gonna say it like that, but I can move anywhere I want to.
Yeah,
in Tampa.
100%.
Right. I've put my work in. I've done well for myself. God has been
choose to
great.
live there.
I will not move no matter what. My house is almost paid off, by the way.
That's awesome. That's the best
congratulations
part.
to me.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know.
Yeah. So next year it would be paid off.
Damn.
But I just absolutely love that neighborhood.
You got a great
Period.
backyard too, man. I
Baycrest is
remember
really
going.
nice.
No,
We're
but I
getting a
remember
pool,
going,
actually.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, this year.
Because I was gonna say I went there and you
It was
had
huge,
you had
right?
you had
A party.
a barbecue
Yeah,
and a
yeah,
party,
yeah,
and
yeah.
I was just like, bro,
Yeah.
this backyard is awesome.
That's right. Me and Diego used to compete with the barbecue, and I never really cared because I drank so much. I didn't get. I was like, "Yeah, your chicken's my chicken. I won." He's like, "No, it's my chicken." I'm like, "Fuck you, I won." Yeah. But it's a. I think for me and my family, and I have chickens too. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Yeah.
free eggs, bro.
Yeah,
free eggs.
I don't eat them because we named the chickens, and I don't want to like eat like little Beth's eggs. And it's a little weird to me, but I give them to the neighbors. They love them. You know, they keep coming.
You called
But,
one of your chickens Beth?
one is Beth, and then one is It's weird because she's black, but my kids call her Snow White. I'm like, okay, whatever. Whatever you want to call them. And then there's a couple other names I don't remember, but I'm not eating that shit. I go to Publix. And but yeah, it's
Why
just,
would you do
I
that? They're like
know.
organic from your
They're
backyard.
it is, but it's like if your dog,
No, it's not the same. It's
No,
just
it's-
eggs. Now, if you were
there's
to
no
kill the
comparison.
chicken, that's different.
Before
But if you're eating their eggs, it's okay.
So I know we have to get off real quick, but let me say this because you said kill the chicken. I have a Jamaican friend of mine who works for me. He does stucco. He was like, "Oh, bro, I'll cook you the best stew ever." I'm like, shit,
Stingray.
Before I got my ancestry.com, I thought I was Jamaican, but a long story. We'll get to the next one. But this guy comes over, oh, I got it. So I'm at his house, he's sharpening his fucking machete, Jamaican. And then I'm like, oh yeah, we're gonna fuck this chicken up. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to eat it. So he comes over, his name is Dread. He's bald, by the way. His name is Dread.
Dread.
I swear to God. And he comes to my house and then he goes outside. He goes, take the kids inside. I'm about to do it. I'm like, all right, bet. I'm like, oh, y'all stay in here. I'm like, peeping out. And I'm looking and he's not doing nothing. And then his head starts shaking. I'm like, so 5 minutes later, I come out, you good? He starts crying. He's like, I said, what the fuck's wrong, Dredd? He's like, bro, I can't kill your chickens, man. They have names, man. I'm like, bro, you're the
real.
fakest Jamaican motherfucker with no dreads I ever met in my life. And then that was it, man. But yeah, it was, we never killed it.
Real
raccoon
quick,
did.
CJ, we really appreciate having you on. What's the last words you can tell our audience?
Final
man?
words.
Final words, man. Like you can tell anybody about life, success, whatever it is, man. Before we
Or how to contact you.
yeah.
All right, so
Yeah, that too.
I'm Mr. House Flipper on Instagram.
Was Jeanette asking for your number?
Huh? No.
You're gonna get me in
Her boyfriend's a
trouble.
bodybuilder. I don't want no problems. She's Guatemalan. She'll probably cut me. So, but anyways, no, it's Mr. House Flipper on Instagram and c.j.smith on Facebook, I think. Or just hit these guys up. They know how to reach me.
Yeah, we definitely
But last word, let me say this. Stay true to yourself. Do not change yourself for anybody. Don't try to conform to anybody. And the number one thing I can say that's helped me and brought me all the success that I've had, all glory to God, is just do the right thing, 100%. Always think karma and do the right thing.
Awesome, man.
God
We
bless
really
y'all.
appreciate it, man. And we're gonna have CJ back on the show again because he's got an abundance of knowledge. Thank you.